I would wish that I had my first dad. At the end of the day, like, I have one life. That was the last time. You feel like, as a parent, you don't fucking disappoint me? Big disappointed, okay? Big disappointed. It was not worth it. Literally about to end my life. Or you say that this is your house, or this is this person's house, and I don't have a fucking say-so, and I don't have a right. You're right. I'ma fucking leave.
She your fucking daughter till she wants something, and then when she get on the ass, she'll give you an ass again. She a piece of shit. Okay? That's what she is.
She's my
She a piece of shit.
Right.
What the fuck she
Okay,
is.
well, she my piece of shit, man.
But you go back and forth. Tell the hoe what you said about her. Same fucking spot she in when she left the fucking Texas. Tell her that.
She is there for her life. Girl, you should have called the motherfuckers when I drove your ass up and down in my fucking apartment when you were 16. That's what we need from. I ain't fucking because I love it for you.
Why the fuck am I here? You should have terminated me. I promise you I would have been okay. Like, maybe I would have went to somebody else that would have fucking appreciated me, okay? But I swear on everything I love, I meant it.
I don't know why
You are too. You think I'm a cook?
Why are you here?
You think I'm a cook?
That's the question. Why the fuck are you here?
Because my sister put her in them fucking
Are you an idiot?
Call the police.
Are you an idiot?
Alright, you guys. So we're about to get into this video. Here is the update that I was like low-key avoiding, but I think it's really, really important. I mentioned in my update, which I just filmed, but I think these videos are gonna be a week apart. Yeah, so I was explaining like that I was gonna get like the real backstory to like, you know, the truth and why like I don't be filming. So as of like today when I'm filming this video, it's been about 536 days since I have spoken to my mother. I am still doing no contact. One, like I was telling y'all in my first video, but if you're new to this video, hi, how are you? My name is Bri'ANA, or you can call me Bri. So yeah, like for the most part, this video is hard to make because I don't talk to my parents and they sit and they watch my video. And I just don't like that. Like, I don't like the idea of that. You know, like, I just be wanting to separate myself completely. And it's hard to do when, like, I vlog my life because, like, I make money from this. Like, it's not a monumental amount. That's because I continue to stop my growth. You know, like, at the end of the day, like, it's only hurting me, you know? And this does pay a bill, okay? Can't wait till it pay all of them, you know? But we're getting there. If not this year, babes, next year, okay? So yeah, that's why like I really don't like to film, and like a lot of people that I tell that to, they're like, so what, like film, like let them see you living your life and you're happy, and like fuck them, like don't worry about them. And it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. It's not that I care about like what they have to say, it's just the fact of like I want to keep my energy, I want to protect my energy, I want to protect my life, I want to protect the quality of my life, and I feel like I can't really protect that when I'm vlogging and like being open, because I can't control who watches my videos, you know? So it's just really, it's really fucking awkward. Like, it's really awkward. And I have been on contact. I don't plan on talking to her. Like, I don't talk to my dad either. I haven't talked to my dad. I don't have anything against my dad, you know, but because he's attached to her, I just feel like I can't. Okay, I'm beating around the bush and I feel it. All right, so boom. Basically, I don't film my life because my mother do not want me to be happy, okay? Plain, point, and simple. She don't want me to be happy She do not like me, okay? I am convinced that this lady hates me, all right? So last year, like when I was going through the whole situation and whatnot, like I was struggling with mental health, I mentioned in my first life update this year, like when I moved into my apartment, that like somebody paid money for my mental health, and I actually found out why my mental space was so bad and how much money someone paid for my mental space to be bad. But I'm not gonna be petty. I'm not gonna be petty. If you can read between the lines, you'll read between the lines. Basically, it was my mother. Okay, she went to a witch, warlock, voodoo woman, whoever you want to call it, and you know, paid her valuable money for me and my dad's relationship to basically be what it is. It was for me and Chris to no longer be together, and it was for me to have suicidal thoughts, which I seen the text message and all, okay, proof and everything. Whether you believe in that or not, for me, it's just the extent. It's just the fucking audacity in the extent. So it's like a part of me, like, I don't like to show that I'm happy. I don't like to be seen, basically, like, you know, like out of sight, out of mind, because I do not like where my mental health was in that moment. My mental health hasn't been this bad ever in my life. This is the first time I've dealt with depression, and trust me, I have looked for different videos to try to figure out what is my mental state, why am I feeling like this, because I have never felt so sad to the point that I can't get over it. My mental health and my life is way more important than that relationship. To me, that relationship is dead and gone. I didn't find out till kind of like after, so but in the moment, I just knew that that wasn't like my energy. I've always been a very optimistic person, regardless of the situation. Lately, that has not been working. I'll feel like I'm happy and I'm over all of these feelings and emotions, and then boom. As soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing, everything just hits again. I have had a whole lot of anxiety. Sometimes don't feel safe within myself. I haven't felt safe to fall asleep. Like I feel comfort when I see that the sun is up, then I can go to sleep. It's like I don't like when night comes. Night makes me really uncomfortable. I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in a position where I can be super consistent. But when your mental is just heavy and you just barely making it through the days, I'll have, and I don't even like the idea of saying a bad day, because I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be here, and I want to be grateful to be alive, and I want to be, I miss being happy. That's really what it is. I miss being happy. I miss being at peace. Because I literally sent Chris a text message like ready to like end it all. Like, I'm not even capping. And I didn't know where that was coming from. So like when I found out like all this stuff, it just kind of like, it made me like fearful in a way, because like I don't know what she's capable of, like, at all. And I don't talk to my dad because I do not trust her at all. The whole like me having an abortion thing, hopefully I can say that, like, I might bleep it out because I'm trying to make my coins, okay? But me deciding to like terminate that I had with Chris, I didn't tell her that. I told my dad that, and he felt some type of way about her, like, you know, running her mouth to where he felt like it was necessary to kind of say, well, like, literally, you know, BRI'ANA, X, Y, and Z, you know? So when she asked about it, I told her, like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I have nothing to lie about. I have nothing to hide. Like, I'm just an open book. I feel like I'm as open as they come. And it kind of sucks because I feel like I have not been able to really be like open and honest with you guys because of this situation. So it's like, I know for a fact that I cannot talk to my father, because if I talk to him, it would be like, oh, like, I can't say this, I can't say that. I'm not going through that. Like, I'm not going through that. As soon as I posted my video about my apartment, about my car, about where me and Chris was, they were big mad. Like, big mad to the fact that it's fucking disgusting to me. Like, I just don't see how you could like have a child and just like talk shit about your child. Like, what the fuck? You think I'm finna get on the phone with anybody or talk to anybody about my child, especially if my child is doing good? I just don't understand it. But it's like, you want me around. Why would I even want to be around people that constantly try to make me feel like shit, or constantly try to make me feel like you should be doing this with your life, like, or you should be doing that, or like,
I'm getting ready to be 21 September 28th. I dropped out, which my parents was not too happy about because they felt like I was going in the direction of being a lowlife and I had no realistic dreams and goals and yada yada yada. My thing is, I'm gonna prove them wrong regardless. At times, my mom sent me text messages, which she just sent me one, saying how she really want me to go back to school. You know, that does get to me because it's like, you know, dang, Brianna, you know, just go to school, just finish what you started. But at the end of the day, I really don't want to. Okay, now she's making me mad. Anyways, I just basically feel like whatever I do is not good enough, and I try to owe it to myself to just do what I love and stay focused. But it's so hard when different things are being thrown at you. But at the end of the day, I'm not a person to just throw the towel in, especially if it's something that I really love and I know it's starting to come down to my life, which is very important to me because I do want kids and I do want a family and I do want to be able to support for them. That's the main thing that keeps me focused. It really takes a toll and have me really second guessing. This is why I don't have conversations with my mom. Okay, basically, I feel like you see people's true colors when you decide, you make a decision that clearly revolves you and only you. You decide, hey, you know, I'm gonna do this for me. At the end of the day, I feel like I'm not finna go back to cookman because my mom want me to. I'm not finna go to nursing school because my dad wants me to. Because if I do that, how can I sit and tell my kids, you know, you can do anything you put your mind to, when I clearly didn't try? You know, I want to spring out into the young lady that I know I could be. But it's just like this negative atmosphere kind of traps me, and hopefully I can gain partner on YouTube, get some extra money so that I can say I do want to study business and I do want a degree. That's pretty much my plan. You know, I want to brand myself. But you know, it just sucks when, you know, your parents is kind of like, I don't think you should do that. Me, I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna accomplish it because it's something that I want to do.
Just wish that I could get more so my dad don't really have to come out of the pocket for his 20-year-old daughter that don't know what she's doing in life or don't have a life. So people think. But I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna stay strong. That's the only thing I can do. I don't have a choice at this moment. I don't. But thank you for your time. Thanks.
For years, my parents have made me feel like shit. Like, both of them. The only difference between my mom and like my dad, and I don't even call her my mom, but I'm saying it for the video so y'all not confused. But the only reason why, like the only difference, I'm sorry, between my mom and my dad is that my dad is like less toxic. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like I give credit when it's due. Like, my dad was a legit ass dad, a legit present as father, me and my dad, was like this, okay? So I'm pretty sure, like, I know he feels some type of way. I've heard the shit. Yes, I've heard all the shit that you said. And I've heard the shit that she said. I don't really give a fuck about what she has to say. But for my dad, it's just kind of like, that's crazy. Because you wasn't singing that same tune. Like, for me, it, like, I be expecting better from him, you know? And it's like I know it's hard because she be putting her little work on him or whatnot, but like people be telling me like, oh, you know, it's really not your dad's fault, you know, it's just your mom in his ear and stuff like that. I know that, like, I know, trust me, I know she does not like for me and my dad to be close. She has never liked that me and my dad was close. Like, as a kid, I would get dropped off over his house, and like, as soon as we leave and get in the car, I'd be like, can I use your phone so I can call my daddy? And she's like, you just left there, da da da, you know. And I never really thought anything about it. Like, I know she was just feeling some type of way, like, just jealous. So yeah, like, for my dad, it does suck, you know. Like, it's unfortunate that we don't talk. Usually I won't talk to my mom and I'll talk to my dad, but somehow, because I'm talking to my dad, he's always like, you should talk to your mom, like, I want you guys to like have this relationship. Instead of realizing, bro, this woman is not good for me, like, at all. No matter how much you want her to be good for me, she is not what's best for me. And honestly, me filming the audio and like filming that video, it really helped me out a lot, because I see a lot of comments that say like, you know, why would you go back if you knew your mom was like that? Oh, my bad. Like, why would you go back if you knew your mom was like that, etc., etc., etc. It's hard to explain when you're dealing with somebody that has like characteristics of a narcissist, because they're really fucking good at manipulation. And I feel like I'm a smart ass girl, like I'm smart as fuck, but like, she really know how to manipulate the system.
Okay, so literally after filming this video, because I knew I was getting back on YouTube, I decided to go through my comments. I haven't been looking at my comments because for this video in particular, because it's really, really hard and it's really, really triggering reading comments and also seeing what other people has experienced. But I want to say I responded to this girl and I pinned the comment because I feel like it answers the question a lot better than what I did in this video. So the girl that asked the question, she said, why did you want to move back or raise kids around your mother when she treats you that way? Which is a really great question. This was my response because this explains it clear as day. So I said, it's hard to explain if you've never experienced a narc mother. This doesn't happen every day or even every year. It's a few years in between the behavior to this extent. So in between years of her being nice and not showing this behavior whatsoever, you think she's changed. You think she's willing and wanting to be a part of your life. She supports your business, you going back to school, etc. She creates a false sense of what seems like a safe space for you. She says, I love you, and she cares. And as soon as your guard goes down and she's earned your trust, this happens because it was all an act all along. She was plotting all along. All those years of hiding jealousy spills over because she can't fake who she is any longer. You've been tricked, manipulated, and deceived. So you end up like me, recording it so you can remember who she really is and how she really feels. So the next time you know you're not crazy. She did indeed say those hurtful things. She did intend to hurt you and ruin your self-esteem. So that, my dear, is how I ended up back at home. Just be grateful that you don't understand, because that tells me your mother is the opposite of mine, and I love that for you. Be grateful that the woman that birthed you is not the same woman who hates you and wants to tear you down and make you question who you are and even if you're capable of being loved. Be grateful that your mom is willing to love and protect you, because now you know not everyone gets that.
And like, don't get me wrong, have some amazing quality. I'm not gonna say that like she's all bad, she's all like this, that, and the third. It's like, I don't know whether that was like my idea of her, or if that's who she really is, or is she just really playing a system? Because like, my mom has a side of her where she's very caring, like very caring, will take care of you when you sick, like especially when I have like my cycle. I have really, really bad cycle, TMI, but yeah, I do. She would like do the whole 9. Sometimes when like, you know, like for certain Christmases, she would like do what she had to do to make sure that like my hair was done, that I had like cute clothes, etc., because that's her biggest thing. Like she's really big on looking good. So sometimes it's like hard to decipher the fucking truth, you know? So it's like, for me, I'm about to get emotional. For me, like, I would talk to people that she was cool with, and they would tell me like out the blue, like while I was in Texas, like mind you, like my mom called me all the fucking time, like all the time. So yes, she's shown these type of like behaviors before, but you think that a person like grow out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like she never did anything like really crazy when I was in Texas, besides like when I first moved there. If you follow my whole Texas journey, if not, like me and my parents' cousin wasn't on talking terms. It's like anytime like I decide to like leave and like get on my own 2 feet, it's a fucking problem. Or I use them to get, like, who the fuck talks like that, bro? I feel like, bro, I did not ask to be here. If you're a parent, or you chose to be a parent and you chose to keep me, and you chose to not give me up for adoption or put me into somebody else's home, what is your job as a parent? Like, what the, like, I don't know. I don't have kids, but it's like, that logic doesn't make sense. How does your child living with you and then choosing to move out and get their own place using you as a fucking parent? Like, it's ridiculous. I can't tell you the last time I asked my dad to help me with anything. I can't remember the last time I asked my mom to help me with anything. You know why? Because I can't. Anytime that I do, it's, oh, she ain't got such and such. Oh, she this, that, and the third. She not taking care of her finances. She's worried about this when she should be. The fuck? Like, dude, and it's like, it sucks because I don't never really feel any type of way when like people comment, which I don't get a lot of like hate comments, but I would say I would get more like in my whole moving to Texas era, but those comments never fucking bother me. You know why? Because I hear shit from my own fucking parents. So it's like, roll the fuck off. I don't know if I should be grateful that I have a tough skin for that type of bullshit, or like, I just feel like your parents should be your safe haven. Like, you should be able to trust them. If you tell them something in private, like, that should just be what the fuck it is. But for me, that isn't my life. It was my life with my dad until they got together. I don't give 2 fucks about their relationship. Like, that's another thing that she is her and my dad that I give a fuck about. I do not give a fuck about their relationship. If you're fucking happy, be happy. But don't sit up here and blame me for the problems that you have in your relationship. And again, if you are blaming me for the shit that has happened in your relationship, why would you want me around you? If I am an ungrateful daughter, why would you want me around you? If I am just such this terrible fucking person, why would you want me around you? To me, it just doesn't make no sense, because I don't want anybody around me that don't want what's best for me. I don't want anybody around me that is not like uplifting me or being supportive in any kind of fucking way. And it's like, that's why I don't talk to them. So why is it that people complain when you don't fucking talk to them? Okay, so yeah, back to like when I first moved to Texas. So like people would tell me like, your mom be talking about you and your boyfriend like all the time. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, like whatever, like she be doing too much or whatever. And I would kind of like blow it off. But recording those conversations that I recorded, that I posted in the video, actually like hearing it from myself, from like a third, I guess like hearing it firsthand. It's different from somebody telling you that somebody is talking about you than you actually hearing what was said. And for me, it's not even what was said, it's the intentions behind it. It's the like the anger that like she exudes when she speak about me.
Yeah, exactly. But tell her how you talked about her. Tell her she in the same spot she was in when she went to Texas. Tell her that. Yeah, cause y'all ain't shit. You and the bitch. Baby bitch.
Why would I want to be around somebody like that? It don't make any sense. Because what happens is, like now I'm staying away, minding my fucking business, living my life, they living their life. Cool beans. It's, oh, like nobody ain't heard from her, like she don't talk to this person no more, she don't talk to the family, she don't talk to. Okay, and then when I do come around, like when I did move back and shit goes left, and then it's like, well, we didn't tell you to come home, you have a choice. It literally, y'all don't understand, it will literally drive you crazy, and this is why I cannot be around them. Do I want it to be like this? Do I want to not talk to my mom? Do I want to not talk to my dad? No, of course not. I would love to have my parents a part of my life. I would love for my parents to be supportive, but if I cannot come to you or if I come to you and I'm crying in your face, like boo-hoo crying because my feelings are fucking hurt, and you look at me and you tell me it's not that deep, or you gaslight me and tell me it's not that big of a deal, she's your mother, get over it. Why would I want to be around? Why would I waste my time? So I feel like I just be like, you know, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be around somebody that I can sit and talk to them and have a whole proper conversation, and then the next minute you around here like going in and talking about me, especially as my fucking parents. Friends, foes, bitches, I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck what you got to say about me, because ain't nobody checking me. Ain't nobody gonna come up to me and say what the fuck they say. So the people that say they don't fuck with me, they cannot, never did, never will, could never see me on my bad day. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I really don't give a fuck about that. But for me, it's like for my parents, I hold them at a standard. And I hate the fact that like, as an adult, it's like, you could tell me like, oh, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, you don't do, first of all, I'm grown. Very much so. Very much so grown, big grown, right? But you feel like as a parent, you don't fucking disappoint me? Matt, big disappointed, okay? Big disappointed, okay? Because like, why the fuck am I here? Like, y'all could have left me, you know, that's a whole different story, okay? Because I deadass told my mom one time when she threw me out of her house, threw all my shit out, and the same bitch that be in her motherfucking face that my mother didn't even fucking like, bitch, you better stay out my business, okay? Because I know you watching too, or my mama gonna be watching and tell you better stay the fuck out my business, okay? Because I'm gonna start airing everybody the fuck out. Don't play with me. I'm not her. Don't play with me, please, okay? I just have to pin that in there. Yeah, so when she threw me out, threw all my shit out, right? That was like the last time I lived with her. I was 18 years old, right? And her and my dad wasn't together at this time. And what happened? Never moved back with her since then, okay? Because one thing about Bri'ANA, baby, when you tell me you don't want me around you, or you tell me to leave, or you say that this is your house, or this is this person's house, and I don't have a fucking say so, and I don't have a right, you're right. I'ma fucking leave. What do you like? What do you think I'm gonna do? If somebody is telling me, I don't give a fuck if it's a relationship, if it's a friendship, if it's my parents or my siblings, if you don't want me around you, baby, I'm taking this bomb ass energy, all of me, and I'm leaving. So I don't understand the confusion, babes. Like, if you want me gone, your wish is my command. I don't get that. I'm not the type that'd be like, oh, I'm not coming back here and then come back. What the fuck? No, bro. No. So yeah, so like, anyways, like, she kicked me out, and then like, because, hear this, she kicked me out because my freshman year of college, like, I didn't talk to my dad for like a whole year or whatever, my senior year, because he kicked me out. And y'all would swear that I have like physically put my hands on my parents. They make it seem like I was out there just like giving my thing out to the whole world. They make it seem like a bitch was smoking and drinking. Like, the shit that they get upset about, bro, blows my fucking mind. Because you know what? I be like, bro, I should have really been like out here wilding. Literally out here fucking wilding. Because like, bro. Anyway, so my dad kicked me out, right? It was because of my stepmom, but he said it was because my teacher called it. Mind you, grades was good as fuck, okay? Had straight A's and a B. That wasn't enough, okay? It wasn't enough. All right, so kicked me out. So we didn't talk for like over a year. So like,
This same shit, the disrespect. You don't remember when I said she's going to church and you threw me my house key down the stairs? What about when you walked away? What about how many times you walked away? How many times you walked away? I guarantee you more than me. You walked away. I never walked away. I guarantee you more than me. No, you're a goddamn lie. You stayed away for 18 months. You stayed away for 18 months from prom, graduation. Hold on. No. When I was with, you don't remember that when I was with, grabbed her in Canada? You don't remember that? And you told me, and you threw her out at your house and I had to pick her up? You don't remember that? You threw her out for graduation, prom, and college. Your family, you were not there. Okay? You know that. When she had the thing removed from her breast, your family was not there. Don't tell me.
like I wasn't talking to my dad in my freshman year, and then like I had gotten into a fight on campus and was about to get kicked the fuck out, okay? I had fought this girl, I had punched a window, it had like a hole in it, I had to go to the hospital, my hand was bleeding, I had to take glass out my freaking hand, and it was just a real ghetto situation. Y'all, like what I can say is that I had anger problems. People said it was an attitude, but I really just think it was more of like I had anger problems. Like I did, okay? Like I am my mother's and dad's child at the end of the day, all right? So, you know, when I had to like write a letter and I was like, I can't get kicked out because my dad, like I just felt like my dad felt like I was just the fucking scum on his shoe. Like I just felt like no matter what I did, I could never please my dad. Like I just felt like my dad's standards were just too high. He's a Jamaican man, so usually, you know, Jamaicans are very like education, and I used to be like cursing in class, cursing at the teacher, like you know, so I get it. Like I understand that, like okay, like I understand that, like, you know, whatever. So, and then like my little boyfriend at the time was like, you should talk to your dad. And the man was like, you should talk to your dad. No, if I get kicked out, like my dad's gonna be like, I knew she wasn't gonna beat anybody in life, and Brianna still doesn't get her life together. So I'm like, you can't kick me out, you know, all this bullshit, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to my dad. Again, why do I have to continue to go out of my way to talk to, bro, like I just don't got the energy or time no more, okay? But so yeah, like I was talking to him. So this whole time I'm talking to my dad, it's like me and him hadn't been talking for like a year and a few months, maybe like a year and a half. And that was like,
You stayed away for 18 months.
so this is like the second time that I haven't been like talking, maybe third, okay? We do this pretty often, very toxic, I fucking know. But tell them that it's toxic, they don't fucking think so, okay? But we wasn't talking for like a year and a half. And I finally was like, I reached out to him, and then we like started talking. We was talking for like a month, and now it's time to go home for the summer. And I'm in my head, listen to this crazy shit now. Listen. In my head, I'm like, I need to tell my mom, you know, because she didn't know that me and my dad were back talking. What type of shit is that? Why can't I tell my mom? They weren't together this time. Why can't I tell my mom that I'm talking to my dad? She hated this man, okay? Hated this man, okay? So I took her out to Red Lobster because she bougie as hell, okay? My mama is bougie, but I ain't mad at it, you feel me? I get it, like, took her to Red Lobster, trying to like butter her up, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm talking to my dad now. Trying to have an adult fucking conversation. I'm 18, you can't tell me nothing. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm talking to my dad, you know, and I think that, like, I'm grown now, so you two don't really have to talk. There shouldn't be no arguing, because all they did was argue. But then it was like a side of them that, like, got along, but for the most part, they would argue. So yeah, they would be at each other's necks. So she was like, that's you. If you want to talk to your dad, that's you. I'm like, bad, thinking it was over. No, it wasn't over. 2 days later, I'm like, hey, my dad is coming to pick me up. I'm like, or no, I was like, can I go over to my dad's house? Do you hear this? Do you hear this now? Hey, mom, can I go to my dad's house? You can this time. So me being the person that I was, I'm like, what do you mean this time? So that means next time I possibly ask, it'll be a no. She's like, you can go this time. So I'm like, oh my God, here we go. I go get in the shower. I'm calling this man like, hey, like, where you at? Because I knew she wasn't done. Like, I knew she wasn't fucking done. I'm like calling him like, where you at? Where you at? He like, I'm on my way. My dad take forever to get ready. And my mama just couldn't wait no more. She come banging on the door. Why are you talking to him? He don't even like you. This, that, and the third. Telling me all this other stuff. You better be home by 11. Like I'm going out with a whole nigga. I'm going with my dad. Like, what? So, at the time, I don't even know what to call this little bitch. But at the time, I had, we're just gonna call her a friend of me. I was walking to her house. And her house was a good bop. Like, that's how pissed I was, because I was just so annoyed, because I'm like, oh my God, like, this woman get on my nerves. So I'm walking all the way to her house. So I call my dad. So me, the friend of me, and my dad, we get in the car, we go to his house. So we hanging out, watching movies. No, matter of fact, my mom told me to be home at 2. I better be home by 2. I lied, not 11, 2. But 11 comes in, because at 11 o'clock, she goes blowing my dad's phone. Her and my dad wasn't even talking at this point. She didn't give a fuck about that, okay? When I call, you better answer. That's how she felt. So he answered the phone. He's like, hello. She's like, where is Bri'ANA? He's like, she's right here. We watching movies. She's like, put her on the phone. I get on the phone. I'm like, hello. She's like, I'm calling your phone. Snapping, okay? Snapping, okay? I'm calling your phone. Like, where, like, I told you to be home. I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. Bitch, it's 11 o'clock. Like, my phone is on the charger. We're busy. Like, we're watching a movie. That trickled into, I'm finna come over there and like da. She just, oh my God. Like, my life has been a fucking movie, okay? She drives all the way over there because she wants her key back to her house, and she wanted me to come downstairs. I'm not gonna come downstairs and you're that fucking mad, like, because one, I told y'all, she be wanting to fight me so fucking bad. Like, for what? I don't know, okay? And I'm just like, I'm not going down there. Like, I just be feeling like, I'm not doing this with you, okay? Like, I'm not fucking doing this with you. So I told my friend of me, I'm like, hey, can you go downstairs and get her this key? Mind you, they best friends at this date. Friend of me like, I ain't going down there. Like, your mama, like, she ain't gonna wild out on me. And I'm like, alright, bitch, like, whatever, cool. So I'm like, telling my dad, like, yeah, go get us to her. I'm not going out the door.
You don't remember when I said she's going to church and you threw me my house key down the stairs?
So he go out there, they get into an argument. He throws the key on the ground. She cursed him out, leave. She's texting me like, bitch this, bitch that. The same shit that y'all heard on the video, okay? Bitch this, da, da, da. And I told her then and there, you should have terminated me. I promise you I would have been okay. Like, maybe I would have went to somebody else that would have fucking appreciated me, okay? Maybe, just fucking maybe, you know? And my dad was like, don't say that. And my friend of me was like, don't say that. Like, we love you. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. But I swear on everything I love, I meant it. This woman be driving me up a fucking wall, bro. Wall. Okay, so also what I wanted to tell y'all, like, a year ago was like my situation with my dad. So I didn't meet my real dad until I was like 9-10 years old. Okay, so a lot of my friends know me by Bri'ANA Brown. And it's so fucking embarrassing. I told Chris this the other day, like, because one day my mom is like, hey, this person might not be your dad. And in my head as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean this might not be my dad? You know, like, am I grateful that she told me? I was gonna say yes, but honestly, bro, like, look at me trying to protect feelings that don't even give a fuck about mine. Honestly, sometimes I wish she hadn't. You know, because like, my first dad was amazing. Okay, first dad was amazing. Not saying that my real dad isn't amazing, because he is. What I was saying before about how like my dad have his ways, but he's a great father. Great fucking father. Great father. I used to tell this man anything, like any and everything. Obviously, I told him about my pregnancy. But he have ways of where pride gets in the way of like how he feels. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because, hold on, y'all.
I want to make my sister proud. I want to be able to take her anywhere in the world that she wants to go for her birthday. Right now she's 4, so I'm looking forward to treating her, and also my mom. And the biggest thing that I really want is for my dad to actually apologize and admit that he was wrong, because I really missed him a lot. I just wish he was by my side, but things happen for a reason, huh? Okay, that's all the things that I want. Quite a lot, but yeah.
Like, I don't like that at all. Like, even when it came to like him like complaining about me and Chris being at the house, mainly because my mom wanted to come back. And I understand that. Like, honestly, if I cared about keeping them split apart, I would have played my part. I would have been all under my out. Like, I could have played that, but I understand, like, he wanted his woman back, you know? Like, I'm not gonna stand in the way of that. Like I said in my first life update, I would never want anybody to stand in the way of my happiness, you know what I'm saying? But like, when I asked him, like, cause he was complaining about small shit. Like, okay, so he was complaining that Chris didn't pick up his mail. It was raining and he ordered a SIM card, which I knew nothing about, you know, at the time. Like, but when, you know, he told me, him and Chris is sitting there, and I'm kind of like, yeah, that's fucked up. Like, Chris, why would you do that? Cause that's stupid. You know, but later on, Chris was like, bro, honestly, I left it there because when I checked the mailbox, like, your mom's mail was in there. So Chris, like, it was just kind of like, you know, after she had already changed her address, so like now this is going on. So he was just like, bro, like, fuck it, like, whatever. And like, he was upset about the mail. He was upset about me not taking out the trash anymore, which I told Chris, and I told Chris not to take it out, because he started to do petty stuff like, oh, there's crumbs on the stove, can you clean it up? Like, let's be grown. Mind you, I had been cleaning up after this man. When my mom left, I cleaned the whole house after my mom left. Not that that's anything for me to brag about. That's why I didn't talk about it, because like, I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did it because I wanted the house to be clean. Why are you texting me about some, like, that's just kind of how I felt when I texted him. I'm like, okay, cool, yep, like, I'll clean it up. It wasn't my crumbs. Chris had made a sandwich, he left crumbs, and I just picked it up. So when, like, the garbage can, like, it was, I guess my dad threw a soda or something in the trash can, so it was like sticky, and like the bag was halfway off. So I was just like, since we being grown. But that's what my parents don't like about me, or people don't like about me in general. If you tell me something, I should be able to tell you the same thing. Like, I don't care because I'm a child. Like, I'm an adult. Like, I'm grown. And granted, I know your parents will never see you as being grown. Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, if you tell me to clean up after myself, but you still want me to clean up after you, like, I'm a Libra, okay? Like, I need shit to be fair. Like, yeah, God, like, I regret. Anyways, so he was upset about that, which, like, I get it. Cool. We live in there, you know, whatever. Mind you, this whole time, me and him is not even really talking like that. So he's like pissed, okay? Like, when I tell you pissed, when we're having this conversation the night we left, pissed, angry. And I didn't go back and forth with him because I'm like, this woman kicked your whole dough in. But you're upset, and this woman done did a whole lot of other things that she knows she done did and that he knows she done did, which I'm not gonna talk on the internet. Again, why am I protecting people's feelings? I don't know, but I try to do the best that I can, you know? And it's like, you mad about? It was like that type of shit where I'm just like, do you just want me to leave? Because like, I'm not gonna go, like, we not gonna go back and forth. I'm not my mama. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, there's nothing to argue about. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I'm not even gonna waste my energy because I didn't even have no fucking energy left. I didn't have no energy left. This man don't realize that his whole daughter wasn't even gonna be on earth. That's how much energy I didn't have. Like, I was ready to end it all. End it all. And now that I look back, that's when I'm like, bro, I promised myself, when I get out of this situation here, baby, you cannot pay me to go back. You cannot pay me to go back because for me, it was not worth it. It was not worth it. Literally about to end my life. For what? For what? No. No. No, 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 no. So when I go back to like the pride thing, like he was just, I had to ask him 3 times for him to say yes, which I know my dad, he didn't want me to say yes. My dad loved having me in the house. You know how Caribbean people are. They love their whole entire fucking family in the house. That's just the culture. I know he didn't want me to leave, But was he going to say that because I put him on the spot? No. So I feel like if you have that much pride, and that's why I left, and that's why I don't really like speak to him. And like I spoke briefly to my brother about it because he's like, oh, we only get, you know, the line that everybody tell you, we got our parents. I know that, and that fucking sucks that for me to have my parents in my life, I have to deal with them emotionally fucking me up, mentally fucking me up, just to like be around family. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore because I don't like where it puts me. And I feel like at the end of the day, like, I have one life, you know, and I don't want to waste it being in the mental state that I was in. And I don't want to waste it with my mother talking to me that way and her feeling like it's okay to talk to me that way. That was the last time. Like, that was the last time. Like, and so be it. If she paid more money to go try to do whatever to me, at least I know that I lived my life the way that I wanted to live it. You know what I mean? Like, I really, you know, I just want to be in a great space all the time, and I just want to be happy. So, like, you know, with my dad, you know, like, I love him. But back to like my first dad, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I've never said this, well, I never even told y'all but I've told Chris this, and I told somebody else that was really close to me, that sometimes, like, when my real dad would like not talk to me or like cut me off, I would wish that I had my first dad, because my first dad was very, like, and he passed away last year, you guys, and he was like such a great dad, and like, he the sweetest man, like, and sometimes like I'll be wishing that I could like talk to him. Sometimes I be wishing that I could talk to him and I could call him. Like, some of you guys are familiar with him. Like, if you've been following me since Texas, like, he was really helpful around that time in my life. Because that's when we had just started talking. Fuck. That's when me and him had just started talking. And Sharice had kind of put me up to talking to him because I resented him, because like, when I found out about my real dad, I just felt like he just abandoned me. And you know, he would call, which, what I'm telling you guys, I'm thankful that I was able to have this conversation with him. And sorry, like, I'm not apologizing for my feelings. I'm apologizing if you can't really understand what I'm saying, because my voice is cracking. But I resented him because I just felt like he left, and I felt like he didn't have to leave because he was like all I knew as a little girl. He was very present in my life, and it was amazing to be able to talk to him and let him know out of my life, how much he meant to me, and how much, how grateful I was that he was a part of my life. And I got a chance to talk to him, and you know, he was able to tell me that he knew I wasn't his kid at a very early age, but like he didn't treat me no different. Like he, oh my God, like the best man in the whole wide world. Like his personality, he was always very like calm and understanding and chill, like so graceful and so like he didn't yell, he didn't like, he was very kind. He was hands-on with my learning. He was like, he would take me to the doctor's office, he would take me to the dentist, and like I was able to tell him how much I remembered, and he had told me like, oh my God, Bri'ANA, you were 2 years old, like what you're telling me from things that you were 2 or 3 years old. So like he was such a great dad, and I felt like when we took the DNA test and I found like, you know, my mom told me he wasn't my dad, it was hard. It was hard. And you know, a lot of my friends that know me as Bri'ANA Brown, like back to what I was saying, it's really embarrassing because like my name didn't change, my last name didn't change. The last name that you guys know today, it didn't change until I was in my sophomore year of college. And the only reason why I was notified that it changed was because I went to get a birth certificate because me and my mom wasn't talking. She had kicked me out, and my real dad, he was asking me like, do you want to go to college? And I wanted to go back because I didn't want to be in Fort Lauderdale. Like I didn't want to be around that type of crowd. You know, I wanted to be away because I just always wanted to be successful, and I've always wanted to like make something out of my life. So I'm like, no, I don't want to stay in Lauderdale because I felt like, you know, it just wouldn't go good for me. Like that's what I felt. So my dad helped me get back into school because my mom at the time was refusing because me and her weren't on talking terms. My real dad helped me, and so I needed my own social security, I needed my own birth certificate. So when I went down, I don't know remember where I got my birth certificate from, but I went to, what is that? I went down there and they printed the birth certificate and it had Bri'ANA Dias, and I was just like, baby, no, I need Brown. I need Bri'ANA Brown. I need my original birth certificate because I'm about to repeat the text message I just got. But I was like, no, like all of my paperwork is in Brown. Like I didn't want to get in trouble with like Feds, the IRS. I don't know. Like I was just like, no, like I need my original. They're like, this is your birth certificate. Like this is what's in the system. So honestly, I personally believe like when the DNA test came back, my name was changed for free. That's what I believed. And I thought it was kind of sketch that like a year ago, my mom kind of asked me like, and why did you go get a birth certificate when you could have just asked me again? We weren't talking because of like how she was going off about me and on me last year. She had did that. So that's like me right now calling her to be like, hey, can I get my birth certificate? Be fucking for real. Be for real. Like I would get recursed out, you know? So it's just like, you know, and at the time, like my real dad kept asking her like, when is her name gonna change? Because of course, like, why would I want to raise my daughter with a last name that is not even for me? You know, that's just like a male thing, and like my dad had every right, you know? So I know like a lot of my friends don't know this. I think the only person, I was about to say her name, the only person that knew this was my friend from middle school. But like my friends from elementary school, well, one of my friends from middle school, my friends from elementary school, I'm sure they see my name and they're like, where the fuck does this new name came from? It came from my past. So like, because of like switching families and, you know, getting to know my real dad, and that's when I was aware that I had a brother, and like I had this big huge family that I knew nothing about. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot to process, because like I was recently telling Chris, like, it was just so traumatizing. Like every time I met somebody on my real dad's family, that like, because most of my family lived in Canada, like, so they would be like, they would have to introduce me, and I would have to constantly hear like, yeah, this is, you know, my dad, this is his daughter. Like the whole, like, we didn't know he had a daughter, but now like she's a part of my family. Like, that stressed me out every time. And we have a big family, so every time we met somebody, I feel like for the first 2-3 years I was still meeting like family. So I just always kind of felt like an outsider. Like I just always felt like a foster kid, because like I didn't come around until I was like 3rd or 4th grade. I was like 9 or 10 years old, and like prior to this age for like a good, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe 4 years, my first dad was not present at all. So it's like, it was just a lot. And I wish I was able to go to therapy at that age, because I felt like that just kind of made my life pivot a bit, because I started having trouble in school and I was fighting a lot, and I just was really angry, because I just felt misplaced and I felt lied to, and I just felt like I didn't know who I was. So the whole time in middle school and elementary school and high school, you know, people be like, oh, what's your mom's name? First and last name. What's your dad's name? First and last name. And here's your name. Who last name do you have? And then it's like, I would kind of have like relive it all over again. Like, yeah, I thought, you know, this guy was my dad, and I just always felt like it made me look bad. And I never really like, I never blamed my mom for that. Like I did it. You know, it was just my normal at the time. And while I was on my little hiatus just recently, I felt like it was an identity issue, because it was like, who am I really? Like, who am I? Like, having, like, it just felt like an identity thing. Like, but I know I'm not my name. But, and back to like my real dad, it kind of took us a minute to like really bond, because I was so used to like my first dad, and my first dad and my real dad are like night and day. Night and day. Like, I feel like in a way I was blessed to be able to experience 2 dads, but it was still like a lot of trauma, like a lot of gaps in my life. My life could have been totally different had I known my real dad from the start, or like, you know, it was a lot. Okay, like a lot. And I'm probably gonna get crucified for this video, but honestly, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. But I can't say like my dad's family did make me feel like really welcome. Like, they tried their best. I still felt like it was like biased in a way, you know, because it was, but I feel like they did a really great job like bringing me in. I don't really speak to that side of the family at this moment for a lot of reasons, and I just feel like as an adult I don't have to tolerate half the things that I tolerated when I was a kid, and I didn't have any choice. So a lot of the times I come across as like aggressive or very strong-minded, or like very protective over myself, because as a kid, I wasn't allowed to say anything. Like, I wasn't allowed to like have my own opinion or like speak out. Hell, when I do it now, it's a problem. I don't like that feeling. I feel like I should be able to say how I feel in a safe place. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's something that's wrong. And because it is looked at as a wrong way with my parents, I feel like then there's really nothing for us to talk about, because anything that I say about my past or how I feel about something, I'm either too sensitive, I'm too emotional, and it's just gaslight. Like, that's just gaslighting. It's bullshit to me, and I don't agree with it. So I choose to just be in my own world, because why would I be around somebody where I have to like, oh, I can't say this, or I just don't agree with that. Like, I want to be my own person. I want to be who I am, and that be it. You know what I'm saying? So like, for my real dad, it took us a minute to kind of like, my hair is just puffing up by the second. But it took us a while to like get that connection going, because he was just so different. But like, once I understood him, we have a lot of things in common, and he became my best fucking friend. My best fucking friend. But it was just those times where he acts very much anal that I kind of be like, damn, like, I wish such and such was my dad. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, it may sound fucked up, but my first dad was just a lot more chill, and like, even my first dad, when I had this conversation with him about like how I felt, he didn't make me feel any type of way. Like, he let me say what I needed to say, and I wasn't judged for it or like crucified for it. It was just like an open, safe space, and that's all I want, you know. And unfortunately, that's just not the cards that I'm dealt with. And I feel like I have to make the best decisions for me, and for my mental health, and for my life. And so yeah, I don't really open up anymore because of like all that. I try to protect people's feelings because I know they watch my video, and I don't like, anytime I say something, it's like their ego gets attacked, and it's like, it's not about that. You know what I mean? It's not about that. I feel like if we can't have real conversations, what is the point? What is the point? And I refuse to just deal with it. I'm not doing that anymore. And I promised myself I'm not doing that anymore. So if you don't accept me for who I am, and all of me, and how I feel, and my choices, my decisions, then I feel like we just need to go our separate ways. Like, it doesn't matter if we're related or not. Like, why would you want anybody around you that's not good for you? Like, especially me. Like I said, if I'm just this hard to deal with person, like, why would you even want me sitting on your couch? Or like, why would you even want me around? And I'm not talking to anybody that is like connected to them. Like, will I ever? I don't know. Like, I would love to, but under these circumstances, I just can't. They're not my target audience. Like, I don't make videos to sit up here and communicate with my parents. Like, I don't. Like, I just want to live my life and share my life with people that can relate and be happy. That's all I want to do. I just want to vlog in peace. I don't really want to have conversations with anybody that I know speaks to them, because like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to keep hearing that I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that, because it's just like, I don't want no parts of that. The last situation was the last straw. I don't give a fuck if you was my twin sister. Like, that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. It's not okay. I don't agree. 1,000% do not recommend. Do not recommend it. Do not. So it's like, no, it wasn't just the thing that happened. No, it's not Like, I mean, I'm not bitter about it. I don't hate her, hate them. Like, I'm not like, I'm not talking to them. I'm not thinking about them on a daily basis. It's just like, yeah, no, that's not acceptable. That's a boundary. Like, we're not doing that. I'm not having nobody in my life that's acting a fool, that in no shape, way, or form. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care. Like, bro, let me live. Like, let me be. Like, I don't care. I don't care. That's not acceptable. I'm not enabling it. I'm not saying it's okay. I don't know why she feels the way she feels about me. I don't like that she feels that way, you know, but I can't change that. I can't change her. I can't change how she feels. I have tried to talk to her to, you know, like, we have our moments when we're laughing, kiki kaka, like, it's great, like, it's cool. But when those other moments kick in, like the one that was videotaped, that's too, like, that's too much. It's too much. And like, for my dad, I love him to pieces, but I can't do it this time. Usually, like I said, I'll be in contact with him and not talking to her, but I can't do that this time because it just leads to like, oh, let's come together, and that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Like, she needs to go to therapy, and she needs to figure out her traumas and her childhood. And I don't want to be that type of mother. I don't want to talk about my child that way. I don't want to treat my child that way. Oh my God, like, I would feel like such a shitty person. Like, I would want my child to feel safe and secure with me. It would be my child against the world. So far as them like trusting me, like, I don't trust my parents. I don't trust, that's really what it is. I just don't trust. I don't trust it, the situation. I don't trust being around. I just don't trust it because I don't know what the fuck I'm against, okay? So I just tend to mind my business, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope that kind of gave you a little more insight. I do plan on being a little open now that I got this up. I know watching this video back, I'm gonna be like, fuck, like, I don't, ooh, it makes me cringe, like, because like, I really wish I could filter them from watching my videos, because like, I don't want them to feel no type of way. But again, I can't let it go. I can't control that. Like, it is what it is. That was a little bit of me being open. I haven't filmed one of these videos like ever, and it's been a minute since I've been really open and honest with you guys, and that's kind of just what's been going on. That's just kind of like a little glimpse into my little life. Yeah, and if you have to go no contact with a parent, like, I totally get it. I feel like it probably hurts us more than it hurts them, although they feel like, I know my parents just think I'm a heartless ass person, but I'm really not. I have my beliefs, and I have my standards, and I have my boundaries now, and you know, that's just what it is. But yeah, like, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more. Thank you guys. My hair is crazy, I know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay royal. Bye guys. And just to let you know, I'ma always be okay, you guys. I'ma always be doing good. Okay, later.